Hello everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going to dive into Bitcoin, big old CoinsKid cruise. So Bitcoin failed to close above the key levels of resistance here, which is the 236 and the 55 EMA on the monthly time frame. So like I said to you, we can't hang around down here for too long. If we do, it's a looking glass to a bigger correction than we anticipate here for Bitcoin, okay? And it could be an indication that you're just going to dump basically for Bitcoin. So, you know, we've got to get back above that resistance, take it out, hold support and start to retrace and then come back and start to see this kind of structure, especially on the monthly. Now, one positive thing here is this here in June was the low, okay, for me at the moment. It's the low, data driven low, the Magnificent 7. We've got 7 indicators down there that told us a low, okay, and since then we've put in the best month since this rollover. This has been the best month in July, so we've had a very positive reaction off that low at the moment, which is positive, okay? It's data, okay? So we're adhering to data. So at the moment what we do need to see is the follow through in August, where we do start to come back, break out and run into these key levels of resistance again, conform, come back, break out again, run into that, conform, come back, and just slowly start to get through these fib levels here to confirm that this was your low, and right now you're beginning to move up and down the stairs impulsively, okay? So until you lose that low, that is the projection at the moment for Bitcoin, okay? But what we do definitely need to see going forward is breaking the EMAs and taking out these fib levels, okay? And working our way upstairs. Like I said to you, the bulls go up the stairs and the bears come out the window, okay? So this is progress, and we can't ignore the progress of the data driven bottom in June, okay? And I'm seeing a lot of people playing catch up. I'm seeing it on Bloomberg, I'm seeing it all over Twitter, I'm seeing it in YouTube videos, that people are now catching up to the fact that that was a potential bottom for Bitcoin. But again, what we need to do going forward is confirm the bottom, create the structure of a bottom. Not losing that bottom is paramount. Do you understand? So there is equally another signal here, and I don't see anyone talking about it, okay? It's all right, it's having this bottom here, but this bottom here is equally as important. And like I said to you, if Bitcoin comes down and loses that bottom, it could be a precursor and a looking glass to the fact that Bitcoin is actually in trouble and crypto, okay? And there's no two ways about it. It will be, because you're losing data driven bottoms, okay? Historical cycle indicators that have told us that that's where the best optimal opportunity to buy Bitcoin is, okay? And so far so good. We're acting positively off it, okay? So looking at Bitcoin on the daily, then you can see that this is a major level resistance. Look at that, okay? Major level resistance 236. Look at the Fibonacci, okay? This is Fibonacci. This red line here is the 236 fib. You're working your way up through the fibs, running into resistance, constantly coming back for support, okay? So there's something going on here. You're getting some kind of price compression under the 236, looking for expansion to break up to that 382 right there. So that's your next level resistance, providing you can come up and close above 24275 on the daily. Wow, it's looking super good. If you did do that, boom, you're up there, okay? So at a minute, you know, you come up, you run into resistance, potentially come back for support, looking for the continuation of this trend off this low, okay? So, you know, if we start to come down and we lose key level support, it's going to be really bearish. But at the minute, you're breaking out, you come back to support, you're holding high lows, you're looking like you're compressing for some kind of expansion to the upside here for Bitcoin. But again, I could be completely wrong. Now, yesterday, I was building long positions on the 55 here, calling up. I was expecting some kind of compression and expansion here. Like I said to you, compression leads to expansion, and just there, we've actually expanded and we're coming down right now to another level of support. So for me, what we've got here, potentially, you know, this is why I've actually closed my long positions at the moment, because I think we've potentially got a deeper level of support right now, which would be a greater place to put bids on with a tight stop loss to ride it back up to this level here. Got a monster long in front of us, potentially in the month of August, okay? So what I'm looking at right now, I'm going to show you is a potential trend line just there that Bitcoin is actually starting to carve out, okay? So just there, if you remember, we've got this trend line here, okay? We broke out this ascending triangle. Okay, see this triple bottom down here like that, broken out, falling back to support, and right now it looks as though potentially we're forming a smaller ascending triangle just there, okay, which is a very, very bullish reversal pattern. So if we can coil up here, remember I said to you, coil up here, break out into resistance, come back to support. Look at that compression, leads to expansion, we've got it, running out into resistance, coming back to support. So right now this is a really important ascending trend line for me, just here, okay, where potentially Bitcoin might be coming back to for another key level support, coming up again like this, and then you're going to break out to the upside. So that's quite a bullish scenario that we're looking at for Bitcoin. The bearish scenario is if you start to come down and you lose this ascending level of support and start to come down, you're going to start to come down for a greater level of support, and it could offer a short opportunity if we do start to sort of print that in the charts here for Bitcoin. So right now, potentially, just like this retracement here, you remember this retracement from this high, okay? The CoinsKid community were really, really fruitful putting bids in down here. So we retraced all the way, like I said to you, put some bids on the golden ratio down here with a stop loss on the 702 fib. Okay, so we were putting bids on the golden ratio at 20,819, and we had a stop loss on the 702 fib at 20,384. It was a very minimal stop loss, only a couple of percent, and this is what you always want to do, find the minimal stop loss. Okay, so that was a really fruitful trade. From that into the 55 EMA was around about 13% long opportunity, and at that point I did say to you, pay yourself, take some profit, because you are running into resistance. Okay, and it's always good to take profit off the table. So at this point, building long positions because you was holding support, but right now closing my long position because it looks as though Bitcoin's geared up for retracement to this level at least. Okay, so what's Bitcoin doing? So right now I think you're retracing again because you're breaking out like this. Okay, you've got this high, you've got that big candle there where you're broken the high, so actually this is quite impulsive, and right now you're coming back to retrace to this low. So at the minute, just like this low and this high retraced here, fantastic, put bids in, broke out. Right now I think you're doing exactly the same. Okay, you are until you're not. So from this high just here, we're looking for retracement to this low. So again, you could see if Bitcoin starts to come down, you could get a wick like this. As long as you start to close inside of this ascending channel here for Bitcoin like this, start to close, you could get a wick grab off of 618 at 22157 for Bitcoin with a stop loss on the golden ratio at 21832. So we could be going through a very similar scenario here like we did here. So for those that missed this trade last time, which was a 13% long opportunity, we could actually be in for a massive long trade here. I'm going to show you, for those that missed the boat previously, for me, what I'm doing right now, this is why I've closed my longs, because I'm going to start to build longs down here on this position. It gives me a greater chance, a greater appreciation if the trade goes in my favor. Do you understand? So right now I'm putting bids on Bybit on the golden ratio at 22157 with my stop loss on 21832, because I think that Bitcoin's trying to come down to this ascending trend line. Okay, we get the wick grab off the golden ratio, fantastic, start to coil up here, we've got a large ascending triangle, okay, off the base of this one that we're broken out of. Do you see that? And we're calling up price compression leads to expansion, which could see the pop, because if I'm right, okay, and we do start to do that and we get the follow through from July into August, we could be up there by the end of August at 29666, which is where I would be looking to take profit and open a big short at that point, because that's key resistance. Okay, and I do think if we do get the breakout here, we coil up and we break out, I think come September, to call it Rectember, basically, we're coming for a large ABC correction at that point for Bitcoin. Okay, so retracements are healthy. This was a retracement. This at the moment is retracement. It is until it isn't. Obviously, if we start to come down and we start to fall through this ascending level support and close outside, it will start to look a little bit more uglier, and it will start to say, okay, we're going to come down, retrace it at 1 fib, and we've got something called a reversal wave where they're your targets. Okay, so at the minute, Bitcoin could offer a fantastic opportunity here for the CoinsKid community to put some bids on the golden ratio down there at 22157. If we catch that with your tight stop loss, again, very minimal stop loss, we could be looking at a monster pump of around about 33% for Bitcoin, which would be absolutely amazing if it works out for us all. Okay, so you can do this on Bybit. The link is in each and every single video description. Don't be a degen, don't go all in for your life savings, and good luck everybody. I'll keep you updated as best as I can, but I go to Italy for 3 weeks tomorrow, so the updates are going to be quite scarce, unfortunately. I'll probably try and get an update every other day or every 3 days if I can, or if I've got time in the morning, I will do. But we're stopping at hotels, we're going to be on the road, and we're just here, there, and everywhere, so it's going to be really manic. So I will try and keep you updated as best as I can. Okay, again, thank you for support. Thank you for liking the video, sharing the content, and most importantly, your subscription on YouTube. Take care, everyone. Back to another update on Bitcoin. Stay up, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.